Dave Marsh, iGolf TV, back once again to give you a tip about getting yourself out of the rough. You shouldn't be in the rough if you've been watching my videos, but let's just say you missed one fairway around. Now I've come down, you can see the lie here, it's pretty deep, but there's one main rule to getting the ball out of the rough, and that is you've got to attack the ball with a steeper angle. So if we look at the angles here, if we get the club head coming in on this sort of line, you're going to gather too much club into the grass and you're not going to get it out. So we need to make the angle of attack more, that gives you an idea, much steeper. We need to be coming down into the back of that ball. So what that looks like when we're holding the club is that we're not going to come shallow and get the club coming down into the grass. We're going to get much steeper on it this way. That's what you've got to do. You've got to get the club head down and on the back of the ball and almost jump the ball out. If you can get the weight forward onto your left hand side and hit down and through the ball, you're not going to have that big a follow through on a shot like this. So this is how we go and play one. We're going to set our weight up more on our left hand side because that promotes this downward action. Then from there we're going to actually level the shoulders up. So normally the left shoulder would be a bit higher, but now we're going to get that left shoulder down because we want to get steep and down into the ball. So let's now get probably 60% of the weight over on that left hand side. Now from here, because of the setup position, that's going to make the swing a lot steeper. And you can see from so many of my videos, if you get your setup correct, the rest of the swing really can just go and unfold from there. Let's take my setup position. Now the only other thing that I'm going to say is you want to experiment with how far you move the ball back. Pretty much a rule that I use is the worse the lie, the more I'm going to move the ball back in my stance, because that's going to help me to get steep on it. But for this particular shot, I'm just going to go back from centre. You can see there's the centre of my stance, so I'm just back from there, between the centre and my right foot. So I'm going to get my power down on that left hand side, and I'm going to get a steep angle of attack. Let's hit one. Hold on to the club pretty tight here. That ball pops out and that's almost run up onto the front of the green. Now I've used a high lofted club there, a 9-iron, because obviously we're de-lofting the club as we come in, but that really is the secret that you want to get for getting the ball out the rough, is to get steep and drive down into it. Now if you've enjoyed today's video, you can watch yesterday's video by clicking below, or again you can come back tomorrow and I'll give you another great tip.